Can we just like appreciate this picture? He got it made for me yesterday. It was a really pleasant surprise. I came home and he was like, I want to show you this. So I am now on the wall in my studio. I love it. Like, it's so beautiful, but he has me like all around the house. There are so many pictures of me like downstairs and on the wall. This man like really loves me and he's really infatuated with me, but I love him too. So enjoy this video while you get a beautiful background of me. Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about how to balance your masculine and your feminine energies. We are all energetic beings. No matter what your gender is, we all have masculine and feminine energies. For the kind of people that you want to attract in your life, so the masculine and the feminine, they need each other. And when these energies are balanced, we feel healthy, we feel full, we feel fulfilled. And we are able to navigate the world in a more peaceful, creative, and enjoyable manner. Both of them bring different things, qualities, and energies to the other, making the energy feel more abundant and whole. Let's start off by talking about the different energies, what they look like in their wounded energy. We'll talk about what they look like in their most healed, thriving, and flourishing energies. We're doing this so that we can recognize where we're at and we can see where we need to improve. So awareness is always the first step to change. We're gonna get into key ways to figure out if you are in your wounded masculine energy. Wounded masculine energy could be described as feeling as if you cannot experience emotions and you always have to be so strong and dominant, aggressive, and even turning to violence. So wounded masculine is just like taking things from others and just using your power for bad and manipulation, narcissistic tendencies, violent alpha male behaviors, really in the energy of a wounded masculine. Acting as if you have to put down others or like conquer other people to make yourself feel better or to give your own ego a boost. But when the masculine energy is healed and in its divine, it is protective, assertive, tender, containing, strong, and aware. It's really about like letting go of behaviors that are dominating or perpetrating. Shifting the energy of the masculine is through a feminine healing energy. Other evidence of a healed masculine energy is taking the initiative and being very action oriented. A healed masculine energy is also assertive. Any of these energies to step into their divine power and light, you have to be willing to let things go, release things that no longer serve you. Letting go of feelings such as disappointment, dissatisfaction, and even victimization. And also doing the challenging but necessary inner work. Once you do the healing work, then your masculine can grow stronger. And that is when a shift can begin. When you heal your inner masculine, allow your inner feminine to balance out the energy. And think about it like this: when we heal our inner self, our outer relationships become more healthy and more whole. And we begin to feel safe with others and the people around us because we did the work and we are safe and we feel comfortable and protected with ourselves. And when you feel this way, you are more likely to be willing to take risk and be bold and expressive, and you'll be the most authentic version of yourself. If you feel that you are exemplifying the wounded masculine traits, this is a call for you to do the inner work, bring that to your attention and your awareness. It's time to restore that energy to its divine place, a place where it is balanced. The real transformation from wounded to masculine masculine energy is where he is starting to take the initiative and the consideration of the others around him. A healthy masculine man or energy, once he becomes healed, he is able to change and take others in and protect them and keep them safe. It's really the opposite of feminine energy, but we'll get into that later. The divine or the balanced masculine, it is the highest and the best of a man. He is really stepping into that power. He isn't using his power in a negative way or in a shadow aspect. What he's doing is taking advantage and control of himself so that he can be a light onto others. Divine masculine energy is like a selfless kind of role, you know? If you are ever feeling out of touch with your divine masculine energy, here are some things that you can do to balance that energy and really be in the mode of taking initiative, being empowered and assertive. The first thing is exercising. Puts you into the physical aspect of doing things and gets you in touch with your body. Do some activities, or you can even exercise in the sun. The sun is the fullest expression of masculine energy. So doing activities in the sun gazing or sunbathing, going for a walk when it's sunny outside, anything in the sun. Maybe you exercise in the sun, and the sun is one of our masculine energies of our world. Start taking actions. Get out of the planning phase. Start doing things. If it's something you don't want to do, start doing 10 minutes of it and see where you're at then. I guarantee you'll probably get it done. Check things off of your to-do list. Show up as your authentic self. One thing about a healthy masculine energy is not being afraid to be who you are. You know, if people don't like it, still do you. The authentic and truest expression of yourself. You don't need to please other people. You are here to learn how to be your best, to grow and be authentic, the most authentic version of yourself. So show up as who you are. You'll find out through doing the inner work and learning about yourself. It's all about taking the initiative and just figuring out what you could do. Maybe you could do some DIY projects around the house. Just find something that you feel like you need to tackle or you want to get done and do it. Now let's get into the next key, which is about the wounded feminine. This is an energetic pattern of emotional, mental imbalances, and it stems from when someone has experienced trauma, or they are holding on to some past influences. It often leads to some form of insecurity, self-doubt, and people-pleasing. Some kind of emotional attachment, completely being disconnected from your intuition. Here are some examples that tell if someone is in their wounded feminine energy, seeking external validation, trying to please other people, overgiving, and even oversharing. They're scared to set boundaries out of fear of what someone will think, or maybe even the fear of losing them. Someone that experiences unhealthy relationships, they feel powerless or even stuck, overly dependent on the people that are around them. If they suppress their emotions or really overreact at the smallest things. And the next one is so key. Like, I come across this a lot from DMs and messages. One big thing about the wounded feminine is that they experience self-worth. Their confidence is really low and they just do not feel worthy of anything good in their life. They sometimes feel like they deserve less. So let's get into the examples that are the opposite of wounded feminine energy. Being softer, receptive, more open. Inactive is gentle, it's receptive, it's calm, it's passive, it's yielding. It motivates us to think of others and their needs. The way to turn around the imbalance of feminine energy, to change it and shift it, is starting with yourself, nurturing yourself, thinking of your own needs, putting yourself back on the pedestal, listening to your body and what it is saying to you. Another way to shift the balance of your feminine energy is journaling, writing down those thoughts and feelings on paper, bringing your attention and your awareness to your emotions. Meditating will strengthen the connection of yourself, your inner thoughts, and your intuition. When you meditate daily, this will start to develop the relationship that you have with your intuition and help you to learn how to trust it and listen to it. Connecting to water more, taking spiritual baths, maybe going to the beach or taking a nice self-care and self-love shower. Doing things with water, but using your intention. And I also have a video about the goddess energy. I talk about working with water in that video, so you can check it out if you want to learn how to balance your feminine energy using water. And as humans, we have both masculine and feminine energies. And the way that we learn which one needs more attention or how we can balance them is observing how we react and behave in our day-to-day lives. Healing your masculine and your feminine energies is the key to becoming a more whole, healthy, and balanced being, and you are able to attract healthy and loving relationships to you. You are able to live and enjoy a peaceful and happy, fulfilling life. I will start to talk about how I personally healed. There are so many modalities out there, but I will give you some tips and tricks for what I did. And a lot of it was journaling. So shadow work. It's easy to do. You can find so many prompts on Pinterest or just Google shadow work prompts. Get into a quiet space where you're by yourself and you answer these questions truthfully and authentically. The art of bringing things into your mind, the things that you don't want to acknowledge, feelings that you don't want to talk about, past experiences that had you in a bad place. It's all about bringing those things to your awareness and your attention and then working through them, finding a way to heal from that and letting it go. So shadow work is what helped me the most. Meditation, guided meditations for your inner child. You can also do Ho'oponopono, inner child workshops to help you let go of the past. Also doing things with intention, so like taking spiritual baths to release the negative energy and influences and releasing the fear. But it's all about setting the intention so that you can heal and for your benefit. I was also in the military for about 7 years. What I saw, it was so normal, but it was not healthy. And I think that the military could do a lot of work with fostering relationships and cultivating healthy marriages and things like that, because a lot of people get married quick but they divorce maybe even quicker. The military dynamics were just like very masculine women. Like I remember in basic training, we were encouraged to be like better than the men or just as good, to be able to do everything that the men can do, maybe even better. And it was really putting us in a masculine, heavy masculine energy where we wanted to be in competition with men and things like that. And I'm not saying that it was a bad thing. It was kind of necessary for us to learn how the military works and to be disciplined. The masculine energy was good because we were able to take initiatives, get things done, and do tasks. Once you're out of that environment of like learning how to be disciplined and learning how the military works, a lot of the women still stayed in their masculine energy. From what I could tell from my perspective of the military, I was in the Air Force, the women were so masculine and then the men just like did enough work to get by. And then constantly you would see so many women like promoting because they were go-getters. A lot of our competition is men because there's not a lot of women in the military. A lot of the women, they're just in their masculine energy. I would see women like have babies ladies right back to work after their maternity leave, and they would be working like just as hard, and they would be ready to like drop their kids off at daycare and just not want to be home with their kids. The women in the military are like a different breed, and they really need to watch this video so that they can heal and balance their feminine energy. You know, there's an imbalance there and there needs to be a change. And this leads me to another point about feminine energy. The tone of the relationship is in the woman's hands. How a woman views herself and her energy, how she acts, how she responds, sets the tone for the relationship. Because the feminine energy leads the spiritual side, and the masculine energy is the leader in the physical. Feminine energy influence everything around them. That's why when you see women constantly putting herself and likely the people around her putting everyone down, her man is most likely the same way. Men conform to the environment that women create. Do you understand this concept? Like, that is why it is so important for a woman to heal. And if it sounds unfair, it's not, because we should be empowered by our purpose and step into it. There are low vibrational, wounded masculine men out there, but women, as the creators of life, we raise and nurture children so that we can create healthy masculine men, send them out into the world. A lot of the trauma that these low vibrational men or wounded masculine men experience starts from their mother. They most likely have a mother wound. Women are the powerhouses of society, so don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. But you have to master yourself and heal yourself so that you can create new, nourishing, and divine feminine energy. If you are just starting your healing era or you've been on it for a while, give yourself permission to heal and allow things to come up for you. Don't start to criticize or belittle the things that come up for you. Recognize it with unconditional love and no judgment. And the next thing that you want to do to help you balance your feminine and masculine energy as a high value woman, surrounding yourself with a divine sisterhood, a community of like-minded women who are on the same journey as you, women that are on the same journey as you. They are cultivating their energies within them. The women that are on their journey to becoming their best selves, I have a course. It's called the Ultimate Attraction Blueprint. It is all about becoming the highest and best version of yourself so that you can be a magnet for all of your desires. Whether you are looking for love or looking for friendship, prosperous, successful, and abundant, this workshop is for you. It will be a community of like-minded women coming together. So if that sounds like you, like a woman who wants to be on her journey to becoming the highest and best version of yourself, sign up in the description box. Being a high value woman is all about stepping into your divine feminine energy. A lot of us are recovering boss babes and ladies that were just so heavy in our survival mode and in our masculine energy. And now it's our time to step into our divine feminine energy, step into your power, healing yourself, healing your inner child, and doing the work. Because when an imbalance exists, it's because you have a little bit of one side and not enough of the other to make you whole and complete. If you recognize these imbalances in you, take a look at the people who are surrounding you. What are their energies and how do they behave and react and respond to things? Because you eventually become the people that you surround yourself with. So if you are wanting to make a change and become better, heal yourself, tap into your feminine energy, balance your masculine or even attract your divine masculine man. You need to surround yourself with high value women. Get in touch with a divine sisterhood of like-minded individuals. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. And if you need a little bit more information, check out my Ultimate Attraction Blueprint in the description box below. And I'll see you in the next one.